computer. Fucking Craig.
Same.
That's how
Swear to God.
That's how every recording's going to start. Fucking Craig.
As it should.
That's the good stuff.
I have my song to squall written down as my last.
Oh, the last
Deed.
thing notes.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, that did get immortalized in the recap too.
It's like in my. I think that like da 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 da. Like that's like in my head for life. It kind of like in Friends, Smelly Cat. You know how she like has this song that she sings, and it's like really just because of her dad sung it to her when she was little. Like I have that. Like I could just make any song. I might end up doing that. That'll be music.
Side project.
I just realized you can move your character around with the arrow buttons.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Oh.
Okay, so I guess Shia walks up to this porthole and excuse me, sir. What layer is this?
And I'm going to recant a little bit from last time, I guess, to as you had entered this chamber last time too. There are other acolytes, but they all seem to be just kind of bustling around and kind of busy, except for the one that you approach, who is sitting at the edge of the pool. And you notice too that he like the first one that you had ran into has red tattoos instead of the blue.
But
Okay,
different guy though.
It's a different guy, yes. Wait,
Is this our guy over here with the blue tattoos, or is that another guy with blue tattoos?
give me 1 second here while I
Okay.
figure out if that is the right guy. Because I think that is your guy. Sorry.
Okay,
That is-
so he's still coming with us.
No,
Oh, there's another guy with blue tattoos.
No, so the one with the red tattoo that you met before, this is him sitting. You recognize him because the other guy had said to go into the chamber and see if anybody needed any help doing anything.
Oh, red tattoos. Sorry. I flipped there for a hot second. Got it. Never mind. I did not talk to him.
Don't worry.
But,
Lex
oh,
Dexy
boy.
is the real challenge.
Mm-hmm. Or more likely, dexterous.
The Lex Dexy.
I don't know. Yeah, there's different types. Mine is audial. So for me, I'll mix up the sounds of things. That's why people are like, "That's not that word," and I'm like, "I know." Thanks.
You're being legit. I was just being a jackass. So
yeah, I know.
I didn't know that there was a different name for all the different ones, but I do mix up the audio more than I do like a visual. But sometimes I do the visual.
Yeah, no, I know, right? Like if I'm really, really stressed, I'll do the visual.
Yeah.
And like except P's and B's, those are like my biggest weakness.
Oh.
But I'll flip more things when I get more stressed. And that's when I'll start actually like visually I'll flip things, but then the more stressed I'll get, I'll actually like say a P instead of a B. Like it's insane. It makes no sense.
I totally understand. Idril, as you got to that corner there too, when you were over there, I just wanted to let you know you kind of heard a slight whimpering almost back from inside of that room that you just passed.
Is Idril by himself?
Pretty much.
Okay.
He ran forward while everybody else kind of just sat back in the room. As
classic Idril.
So I'm just gonna like peer into the room, see if I see anything.
I feel like that's more of a Mime move, but you notice just behind the statue that you're peering into, the faintest of white fur kind of curled up in the corner. and it kind of has some antlers to it. You think to yourself, so maybe a deer.
Okay. 1 second.
You're good.
I gotta remember what my character's like. The problem with playing 2 characters and playing each game once a week.
Oh, that's okay. I
I'm like, what does
swear-
this character do?
yeah. Because we do D&D on Sunday, and well, I fucked up last 2 Sundays, but we usually do it Sundays, and then like we come in on Tuesdays, and like my head's like completely in the other plot.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure I've actually said something, but that would have ruined the plot. But thankfully Theo wasn't there, so
Yeah, we usually play. We've been playing on Sundays more often recently, but it's like Friday, Saturday, or Sunday we'll play. And
Mhm.
I'm gonna go back and listen to the recording.
Oh shit!
Just kidding.
Please don't.
Wait, which recording? This recording?
No, whichever. I don't know which one it was, so I'm not going to. It's fine.
Okay.
okay,
Yeah, no,
So-
I'm pretty sure I explained everything to everyone, so please don't.
I hate listening to my own voice anyway, so I'm never gonna listen to the recording. But you can all enjoy it.
Well, I think the thing that is that I set up 1 or 2, but this is the only one that I feel like I got the whole thing all the way through. Actually, this last one that we did, so you won't be ruining anything from past plots.
Cool.
I'm gonna investigate this deer.
Maybe use some more description if you don't mind.
No.
Did you just say no?
Yeah. So I'm guessing that's where I heard what I heard whimpering.
Yeah, you can kind of tell as you neared it that this little thing on the floor with these, and they are deer-esque as you approach, antlers coming out of its head, but it's curled up almost in a ball, but you can't really tell what it is still. It's just a ball of fur with a pair of antlers on the ground, kind of whimpering.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll like look closer. See if I can like recognize what type of animal it is. And like see if I can deduce why it's here.
You're
Is that kind of
you're also able to talk to it if you recall, right?
yeah, I think so. Okay. I wasn't sure if I had switched that, but I haven't.
I didn't think you would have, because you grew up in the woods, right? And you're a wood elf.
At this point, I'm not gonna talk to it. I'm just gonna look at it.
Okay, when you're looking at it, it's got some hooves peeking out at the bottom as well, and continuing your presumption too that it is a deer, a small white deer cuddled up on the ground. There's kind of in the corner over there.
So would I think it's like an albino deer, maybe, since it's all white?
Sure.
Yeah, I guess I'll talk to it and ask why it's here. I'll just be like, what are you doing here? What's wrong?
And you upon saying that, it bobs its head up, and you see that its face is actually the face of a fox, and it stands up on its legs, which are the rest of its body, and its tail stand out too, with its fluffy tail of a fox. That's actually some sort of maybe deer fox. You start to get a recollection actually of a tale.
It's a fear.
A tale you heard as a child about deer fox. and the deer fox and their relation to your community, and where you grew up. And it was an old tale that you knew about these foxes that actually led your people to the village that they founded, and helped them live with one with nature, basically.
Does he respond to me?
Oh, sorry, I don't remember what you had actually said specifically.
Oh, I asked it what it was doing here and what's wrong.
They don't respond quite with the exact words that you said, and to the words you said, and more of a couple quick images flash in your head of like something that you would understand anyways, of okay, and but want help,
I asked how I can help it.
And there's a couple other quick images that kind of flash in you, and it just says basically meaning to follow, and it scampers off behind you out towards this way.
Okay.
Oops, I grabbed you instead of it, sorry.
Come back. Come back,
baby, come back.
Oh, he's flying.
Flying. Yeah, he's a little tiny guy.
Oh.
And then he hops over this channel. Wait, let me see I gotta see what that is too. He's got a pretty good one.
So Mimi's gonna run in and inspect the statue here.
Okay. Yeah, the deer fox lands directly on the edge of this, but just makes it over. And
I'm gonna attempt to follow it.
Okay.
If you want me to roll anything.
Yeah, just your not the athletics. That's the other one. The acrobatics. Sorry, be like a jump. Did you roll investigation there, Mime, or are you just looking as a whole at the statue to get like a description of it? If you want to search really closely, then I would say investigate. But if you're just looking for a description of the statue, I can do that.
Nope. So wait, where did they go?
You have to be followed.
I only got a 5.
I saw it, right? I'm gonna follow it too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, everybody's seen it now as it ran. Oops, I grabbed you again, Angel. Sorry. Because every now and again, for some reason, it stops moving with my little cursor, and I have to grab him.
Oh, I see him. Why are they doing
And he's running across the bridge now.
I have a quick question. Is everyone kind of cutting in and out every half a second?
No.
Everyone's audio. Okay, it's just me. Cool.
You might want to leave and come back.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go do that.
You might want to leave forever.
Fine.
So Mime, your investigations, you perceive the broken statue as it is. There is a solid stone sword in this guy's hand, and a shield that's both of his arms are fallen off, and he's just standing there, in the middle, and that's about it. The closer you look, you can see that it's kind of shoddier work.
That's strange. I would assume that anything, So I'm gonna go follow this deer with.
And funny enough, looks like Zeph sees him now too, and he jumps off the side of his back down to where he was. See if he makes it.
I have a question about this room that I'm in.
Yeah. Shoot.
So, is this like stuff? This red stuff? Is it like Is that water like liquid stuff like before?
So a quick kind of explanation of something too that I was saying before. If you're in a room or something like that, and you don't know what the heck's going on, I will explain anything. So what you're doing right now too, you're looking at a wall of goods, basically stored here by this acolyte who's kind of looking at you with a like need something kind of look, because this is kind of you see a sign too as you kind of came in off to the right side, the side where the porch is, that says goods and storage, basically.
I'm gonna investigate. I'm gonna kind of ignore him and just investigate this wall that's like right whenever you walk in, like to the right.
What are you looking? What are you looking for when you're investigating?
I'm just looking to see like what all's on the shelf.
Oh, okay. So you don't need to investigate for that because that's plain to you, obviously.
Okay.
You see kind of a well organized rack of salted meats, cheeses, some breads, and some other refined food materials, like baked goods, even, and that's pretty much that whole wall that you're looking at. When you came in, right behind the acolyte, though, was what looks like a wall full of gemstones, and on the other side was just like a collection of random carapace.
I'm gonna turn to the acolyte that's in here and ask him what his name is.
Oh, do you want to? Okay, that's fine. He says, "Well, my name is Jerome. What is yours?"
Oh, my name's Zeph. Jerome, you said? Oh, they were looking for you down like in the main area.
Can I hear this conversation?
You can, Thea.
Okay, I'm in a wild shape into a blink dog and start howling as loud as I can. I'm gonna cause a huge distraction.
Jerome, I think something weird's happening, and they were looking for you. They said
So-
to just kind of find all of the acolytes and get them to the main area because there's something weird happening.
So roll deception first off. There's that, and
Wait,
and
with advantage?
with advantage for sure.
Yes.
Nat 20.
Oh, all right. That's what I like to see.
And so is I'm trying to get Thea into the dog, blink dog here. That's why I was taking a second. Okay.
You guys
And-
hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's the squatty dog again.
Oh yeah.
I think we're leaving it that short little squatty dog. Like that's just gonna be Thea's blink dog form.
It's so cute.
I think that's what we agreed upon anyways, because I was gonna change it last time too, when the first time I made it, and then you're like, nope, this is good, I like it.
I'm a fan.
Yeah. So anyways, with the nat 20, I mean, he runs out as quick as he like gets a just as like, oh, face on, and then runs straight out the door like
You
runs
can't
across,
even call
starts
it
running
Rum
across
Rollers
the
face?
bridge, and sees Thea there. So you gotta
I'm gonna keep running around the corner. Oh
Roll-
shit, there's a guy in here too.
roll a performance for me though, real quick,
Okay.
to see if like he figures that out.
Oh. Not my best skill. 5.
So as soon as he heard Zeph, start explaining this, he started bolting for the door, right? And he's seen you as you start to shift into this hound, basically, and all of your stuff being with you. I don't know if you reread the description after that, but basically what happens, with the ring of resizing is that all of your equipment that you have on just resizes to fit the hound now. So like your backpack is still on you, your armor is still on you, and
Nice.
if you're holding a weapon, hopefully you like sheathed it on like a belt or something like that, because now you're running around with that on you too. And he runs out and he sees you start to do that, and he's like, wait a second, because he notices obviously too that you're not a acolyte, and he kind of turns around to Zeph like, was that the disturbance? Because that
No,
looked
no,
like
no, no, no. That's just my friend. But there was something happening in like the very front of this area, like by that waterfall or water fountain thing.
water. He's kind of like scratching his head.
Thing at to the right of here. I don't know. They said something. There was somebody who was supposed to kill themselves, and they didn't. And now there's like a whole scene happening.
Definitely still roll deception. Like, I mean, trying to figure out what he's going to do, but go ahead and roll deception.
Oh, listen.
So, he's starting to not buy it, He's like, I don't know what you're talking about there, miss, but there's no waterfall on this level.
I kind of step out onto the bridge and like kind of point down towards like it's not letting me ping. By like where we came in at.
Oh, so to the south?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be like that big thing, the round thing. I don't know what you want to call that. The pillar. I thought it was a like a fountain, but it's not.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's it. And okay, so I see your ping now that time. Actually, he looks at it and he goes, "Oh, you're talking about the island almost that's in the middle of this the flowing river, we call it. Of we didn't have any other better names for it."
Yes. Down past there. That direction, down the stairs right after that is where everything's happening.
Okay, and what am I looking for? Like, what did somebody ask for me?
Yeah, like I said, there was somebody who had their tattoos had turned red, I believe, and they were supposed to kill themselves, and then they didn't, and now everybody's all up in arms about it, and I think they're calling a meeting with everybody.
And he kind of looks up and rolls his eyes a little bit, like, you must be new here. Yeah, so when your tattoos, and you are tattooed as an acolyte, turn red, you must go to the goddess. And that is, you must be disturbed by what you had seen, and I understand. It is a horrible sight to watch somebody murder themselves. But it is the way of the goddess, and he just kind of looks off whiskily into the distance.
You're like, yeah, but he didn't take his life. That's the problem. And now they're all upset. And they said to just call all of the acolytes over for a meeting to discuss it.
Okay. So you're trying to roll for another deception. I got you.
Yeah.
Wait, why is Thea in the water?
Oh, that was a little bit better. It's a 13. I have a +4 to my deception.
I see that. So he goes, that might be the case, but that is not my department. I don't know what to tell you. I've been tasked by the father himself personally, and until he tells me otherwise, I am to do my task. And that is to stay in the goods room. I was.
Can I ever hear that?
Just a second here. I'm trying to see where you are. I'm also trying to remember how to spell Jerome, and I do not know, so don't judge me.
Thea's gonna jump into the holy water. Does anyone react?
I know
Oh,
this.
any of the
Acolytes.
acolytes, you just hear almost like when you do that, they're all running about their tasks, like I said, and when you do that though, they're kind of there's just a collective, but nobody acts at it otherwise, and they just kind of like
Wait, there were benefits from the water, right? Like being in the water was good.
Mm-hmm. And to answer your question, Idril, 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. You're about 40 feet away, so if you want to hear specific words, you would have to roll perception, but you hear you know that they're talking, right? For sure. And Mime, you can hear almost clear as day where you are. Same almost for Thea until you jumped into the water.
I was trying to help, but I failed at performance.
Yeah, I'm gonna point out Thea jumping into the water to Jerome and be like, "Oh my gosh, do you see that? It's just absolute chaos in here today."
Can I pretend like I'm drowning as a dog?
Was the 5 was from your previous performance, so if you want to roll another performance. And Idril, you're getting a relatively clear sense of what they're saying, but you don't hear every word, basically. So you get the gist.
Do I hear the word father?
Sorry?
Do I hear the word father?
Fowler? That's what I'm hearing. The word what?
Father.
Like daddy.
Father.
Daddy.
Yeah, because out of character, he said something about like working for the father.
Yeah.
And previous, you mentioned some acolyte mentioned that like my tattoos were different and like tells me they're like of another god, like a father. And so I'm wondering if I was perceptive enough to pick up on that word.
Yeah, you definitely heard that. Sorry, your volume is a little echoey. That's why we asked so many times what you had said.
Yeah, I don't really know why.
Oh, okay. No, that's no problem. I was just trying to figure it out. You definitely heard father, for sure. And that's your second performance there, Thea?
Yep.
With me like pointing it out and stuff being assistance to her performance, or no?
Yeah, so you would get a little bit of an advantage there, Thea, actually. And Idril, to note, the deer fox had stopped kind of here, but as you neared it this time, you get more of a sense of the deer fox, right? And like but it starts to look almost translucent. So you're seeing through the fox, but also your tattoos are kind of not glowing yet, but they're warmer than what they normally are, right, on your skin where they're outlined. Looks like you need to put some points into your
Charisma? Yeah.
charisma there.
Yeah.
So the acolyte looks over to the edge of the bridge at least enough to see what's going on. He heard the splashing and knew that you would jump, like seen you do all of that part too, and looks over there and says, "Oh, you might want to go help your friend. They're looking like they're drowning over there."
I'm useless.
I can't swim. Can you swim? Would you be able to help?
And he kind of looks like he starts to get a little anxious, and he's like, "They don't look like they're doing so well. It's not a very, it's not a very deep pool, I promise." And he starts like walking this way, like he feels like his duty is kind of torn, because he's been told by the father to stay in that room and protect it.
Wait, so it's shallow and I'm just like floundering around?
It's shallow for a normal human, but you're like half the height of a normal human, so.
Could I fly over and
Please, I'm afraid of the water. I can't swim. Please help her.
Sorry, there was a lot of voices going on at that point.
I was saying if I could fly over and just pick up Thea Dog out of the pool.
I mean, I wouldn't. No one's stopping you. I don't think.
What's that?
No one's stopping you other than what your strength is, too, because you'd have to be able to pick Thea up.
My strength's on 11 right now.
I meant rolling it whenever you.
Yeah.
So
I'll
if you
roll
want
for
to
that.
do that, you would just fly, because your movement is basically flying.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yes.
Technically, I guess you have to get from the ground to the air, but once you're in the air, you're like hovering, just like a normal person would be walking. But I pretty much assumed Squall is hovering at all times that Squall can hover.
Yes. Unless there's like a very cramped space.
Yeah.
All right, let me.
While he's rolling, I'm gonna start like panicking and yelling at Jerome and be like, "Please, please! I'm afraid of the water. I can't swim. Please help!"
And he's like, and he starts like, just like, stay there, make sure none of the goods go missing. I have an entire catalog with me. If you take any, I will know. And he runs off to this direction.
Okay.
Wait, Josh, how do you say his name, that acolyte?
Jerome.
It's not what you spelled, but that's okay.
Oh,
Jerome.
told you that that's not what I'd be able to spell. I know it has a J, and I know it has some other letters in there, but that's about it. And he
You
gets
just leave it as
fine.
that.
Sure.
Isn't it a G?
I am going to take one of the salted meats and one of the cheese.
okay.
Wait, what?
That's it for meat and cheese? All of this?
Roll.
There's food? Where's there food? That's totally in character.
That's not something that you need to like really roll for, is what I can understand either, because they're right there, so you can just grab them. I mean, and he gets to the edge of the pool though. Squall, were you gonna actually fly over there as he's running around, or?
Yeah. I even rolled for it too.
Oh, I see it there. It's an 18. You're easily able to pick Thea up out of that water.
Alright, and then I'll just drop her and myself over by Mime.
Okay. And the acolyte comes down around the bottom of the stairs where she is standing there, kind of leaning up against the wall. And Jerome kind of looks over at the scene as you would pick Thea up, and he just kind of was like, "Could have done that like 30 seconds ago." Kind of impression on his face.
I was assessing the situation.
You don't have to respond. I was just explaining. But then he starts walking back up the stairs.
Thea looks like a really cranky wet dog.
A glistening wet.
That should be a new scented candle. Cranky wet dog.
Ew. Smells like my house.
I'm also going to like rearrange the stuff on the shelf to make it look like nothing was taken.
I got you. So like pull the stuff from the back to the front and just fill it out, you know?
Yeah.
So Jerome's coming roll a performance for that, actually. Or I'm trying to think of what else that might be. It might be a sleight of hand too, technically.
Do you want performance or sleight of hand?
Let's do sleight of hand, because you were already on page with me. Okay. But he comes back up and he kind of eyes you as he's walking towards the room, kind of shimmies past to get back into his normal position there. And
I'm gonna kind of give him a nod and be like, "Oh, thank you very much for going in and helping her." And then I'm gonna.
It's my pleasure. It's the will of the goddess. I will do. And he's going to roll a perception if I can find it, or just a cruise. 14. So as you're kind of like getting to the other side of the bridge, he was just checking inventory again, and he's against his own list, and he yells over the bridge like, Madam Zeph!
I'm just gonna hurry down the stairs.
And he just kind of shakes his head like, it's only that. And you Thea, Mime, and Squall kind of just hear him go, and you just hear kind of like an erasing sound and a scribbling, and he goes back into the room.
Thea does a wet dog shake onto Mime and Squall.
Dexterity saving throws.
I'm gonna pat Thea on the head and then like break off a piece of the salted meats that I just took and like give it to her.
Yes.
Goals.
I'm gonna Mime the cheese that I took.
I'm gonna turn back into a human and eat the meat like a human.
Turn back into a human, eat the meat like a dog.
Yes. They're like, sorry, Zeph. Sorry that I gotta work on my performance.
I'm gonna
Bringing
nod.
us down.
It's okay. It's okay. I got some stuff.
So, Idril, do you remember me describing to you what you just happened to, or as you had neared the deer fox?
Transit tattoos got kind of warm.
Yes, I just wanted to clarify, and in case you didn't, and then it's also, like I'd started to say, a little bit see-through at this point, and as it runs into the room, the other acolyte doesn't seem to notice it, and it keeps running into the room, and the acolyte says, "Hello!" And the deer fox runs up to the bottom of the statue, and just kind of like jumps up to its nose, and kind of just like its front paws, or hooves rather, I guess, kind of clink against its nose, but it doesn't actually it passes through the nose, because it's ephemeral almost.
I'm gonna as I run past the acolyte, I'm gonna be like,
Excuse me?
sorry, can't talk.
What? What do you? We're stuck in a room. I don't know what you're talking about. Can't talk.
And I'm just like, leave me alone. I need to look at the stack.
Okay. Are you investigating it? I'm assuming, trying to.
Yeah, trying to see if I can figure out what deer was trying to show me.
Roll investigation.
Oof, that's really bad.
Roll with advantage though, because you got some help there.
Well, that would have been a 22.
Oh, is it? Oh, right. I do like that feature. Anywho, so you look at where the deer fox is kind of indicating, and around the outside of the nose almost as sort of a crease, and it kind of actually looks like if you were to press upon the nose, it would indent.
I press yes.
Okay. And you hear just a and off to this vicinity, and a stone slides, exposing another chamber here. I gotta create another thing here. Sorry. There you go. And exposes a chest off to the side, inside of another smaller chamber. And the acolyte yells, "Excuse me! What the hell just happened?" And as you ran in here, the chest.
Behind me.
What's that?
I shut the door behind me.
Oh, you don't see any visible handles or anything like that, so you can't.
Darn.
Swing the door closed. It's just like a piece of the wall just slid off and slid into the other piece of the wall. And he says, "What is going on? What is the meaning of this? What just happened?"
I just I mean, I had already told him like none of your business, so I just like keep ignoring him and like look at this chest.
Damn right, you look at his chest. Sorry.
And I try to see if I can like find a way to open it or see if it looks similar to the other chests that we found.
You're not touching it at all. You're looking at it intently, and
Yes.
you see an apparent.
I've got my little magnifying glass out looking at it.
Well, that would be a little awkward because you've got the spyglass, so you're like standing right in front of the spyglass. You're like, damn, this thing is real close. It's like all. Anyways, so you notice an obvious keyhole, kind of towards the center of it, and it's a good bit different in that it's covered in dust, just covered in dust, and it's not been touched at all in many moons.
That's fine.
It's a virgin touch for the very first time.
I'm gonna like touch it and see if it's locked or unlocked.
Oh, so you're gonna try and open it? Is what you're
Yeah.
saying? Okay. And as your hand kind of touches it, it opens as if it were to be unlocked, but then it tries to jump forward and bite your hand. Roll a dexterity saving throw and initiative.
I'm gonna get attacked by a chest.
Oh, it's a mimic!
You said, is it a dex saving or just a dexterity?
Just a dexterity. Oops.
So I got 23. I'm guessing that's enough to like jump out of the way of the chest.
Oh, the 23. I heard 3 when you said it. I looked back at the chat. Good thing I did too, because I was like, your hand is gone. No, I'm just kidding. You as you were lifting the chest up very cautiously, you notice the it start to move of its own volition to try and grab your hand. You just pull it back with lightning speed and move back 1 square, and you got an initiative of 6.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Also 6. What is this? So I think you technically go first. Yeah, you do.
Alright, I'm just gonna like try to bonk it with my quarterstaff.
Bonk it.
Yeah, like just like bonk it on the head.
I understand.
Bonk.
I'm doing it two-handed. Oh, nice.
That is a pretty good roll there.
That's a bomb.
Yeah, I'm just like, whack it on top of like the chest. Just like, I'm like, no.
When you hit it, you lift up your staff, right, and you swing it down to hit it on top of the chest just after it tried to bite you, in like you're saying, like a no bad chest motion, and it hits with obvious force, and it kind of just slams back closed, and it just kind of shifts back into the room from the blow a little bit too, and it doesn't seem to be necessarily deterred. I'm going to do something else. What is walk? Okay, yeah, I didn't think so, but it can move pretty decently. So it kind of hops up, like the chest flapping open, and hops up in front of you, just trying to bite you again. Basically, didn't seem to learn its lesson. And I was trying to turn on health, so I'll get that on in a second here. But it is your turn. After his
Okay. As he opened, do I see like what was inside of the chest?
You see a glimmering, a slight glimmer.
I'm just gonna like continue to beat it with my quarterstaff.
Mind you, talk is free, and people can roll perception. Just to let you know. Anywho, that was hats off. But your quarterstaff this time, you're stumbling backwards, and you actually missed that time.
Ah!
And so your staff hits off the side of one of its corners, just barely, but it kind of glances off to the side, and you keep stumbling like a little to the left or something as you swing.
And then I'll move out this way. So I got, see, 35, 10, 15, 20. So I'm going to move over here. And that'll be like the end of my turn.
Damn, this acolyte is getting up there.
So Chia, I was kind of in the process of doing something, but I feel like there's too much commotion for Shia to ignore. So she's gonna run over, jump. I don't know if that's possible.
Anything's possible if you believe.
If you roll right. Yeah. So she comes running in hot. I don't know what that really means. Is Squall flying?
Squall
Where the fuck did the deer go? Wait a second.
Squall is always
There was
flying.
a deer here.
You're
I investigated on purpose because the deer was in front of the statue, and I wanted to know what the fuck was going on.
Were you investigating the deer or the statue there, Mime?
Both, because the deer was standing in front of the statue, and I wanted to know why.
So, when you investigated, I don't know which role was for which, because you have 2 investigation in there in the chat, but
Fuck, I only see one.
I see a 19 and a 6.
Let's go with the 19.
Well, there's two roles.
What a champ.
I wanted to know. So I got disconnected and I had to reconnect, and I wasn't sure if my roll had gone through, so I rolled again. But so let's go with the first one.
I'll let you re-roll completely if you want to. If you want to take your chances completely again, that's fine.
You.
No, it's up to you. I'm letting it be up to you because they're your chance.
If it's up to me, then you should take the first roll that I did to investigate. Because when I rolled, the deer was there. The fox named Deer was there when I rolled. I was waiting for the stuff with the chest to be done.
Yes, I meant though. So you can either accept both of those rolls because you got a 19 and a 6, right?
I just want to accept the 19.
One is for the statue, you said.
I'm gonna Donald Trump this shit, and I just want the 19.
No Donald Trump up in this. That's not how it works. This is going to be
fake news. This is gonna be fake news. Antifa. I call Antifa in this.
Jesus. Too soon. PTSD.
Captain, my captain. Oh, Captain.
Maybe I rolled a 19. Okay, no, I just want to know. So the deer is gone, right? The fox named Deer, just like the squid named Octopus, it's gone. But when I rolled, it was still there, and I wanted to see why it was standing in front of. I can roll again. Would that help?
That would be so you want to know what happened in your perception, right? When you were standing in front of the statue and the deer fox was standing there. Yeah.
Do you want me to roll investigation again?
No, if you want to know what happened there while you were just standing there, I was
just wondering why it was standing there. Like, was there significance? Like, why was it standing in front of the statue?
The why of it you don't know unless you're like
well, fuck.
The investigation was going to lead to some of that understanding at least. is what I was going to say. But you can at least perceive what was going on, right? The deer fox had been hopping up to the nose, but it, as I was saying to Idril too, it was sort of see-through at this point, right? And it was kind of hopping up and kind of touching on its nose, front hooves, because it's as it stands in front of you, it is not just a deer or a fox, but rather the combination of the two, with hooves, the body of a fox, and antlers. And it was hopping up and touching the nose of the statue, and as it faded away when you walked up. But your investigation, let's leave it at the 19 for the statue, led to seeing that the nose was indented, so had been pressed perceivably into its face, and that's when you noticed Idril coming out of another chamber off to the side.
The fox faded?
Yes.
So I'm gonna look around everybody. I'm gonna point at the statue. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna touch its nose. To the Zeph and Idril and Acolyte, whoever may care.
So first, I want to say too that everybody that's in the room now would need to be rolling initiative. So we've got a Mime and a Zeph.
Wait, what?
You're in the room, and Idril just ran out, right? So
I ran out, and like as Mime said, she was gonna touch the nose. I'm like, pull it out, close the door.
Right, but you need to roll initiative for who goes next, right? Because that's what combat is. It's like a stop motion film, right? And you're rolling initiative to see who has the chance to act first, right? And lastly, it was Idril's turn, and had changed would have changed back to the chest again, but the acolyte rolled as well initiative and had a higher initiative.
So are we entering combat then?
Yes, apparently. Like as
With
to
the
what?
statue?
No. There's a chest in the other room. Idril explained.
We're entering combat with the chest?
Yes.
What?
You'll see.
I
Patience,
feel like it's
young
the final
Padawan.
countdown.
Worry not.
That's all I do.
Yeah. Are you going to roll initiative there as you're walking into the room there?
Yeah, I guess I will.
Okay. Holy butt nuggets.
I know. I rolled a natural 20 on initiative. Meanwhile, I rolled a 3 on performance.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. From map
It happens.
yeah, you know.
Use the
Dice
way
gods.
dice.
So we've got Shia at a 13 coming in from behind there. All right.
Okay, wait. Before we start, can we see? Can I see the chest if I'm standing where I am? Or is there a wall or something?
There is not a wall, but there is the acolyte in your way, right? He's right here, directly in front of you. So you can kind of glimpse the chest just behind him, or rather in front of him, because he's kind of facing towards the direction Idril was going.
Okay.
Let's see.
Thanks.
And squad. Did you roll there your initiative as you came in the room there?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, it's that 12 there. I got it now.
Did Idril explain or yell what was happening?
Yeah,
to what I understood anyways, unless I was wrong.
I didn't really say there's a chest. I just told Mime to push the nose to close the door.
Oh, okay.
I just ran out of. Cause I'm I'm in a flurry.
Yeah.
I'm push the nose! Close the door!
And it's Thea's move currently.
Okay. Everything in Cassidy wants to use the spell that makes a shape changer change back to its original form, but Thea doesn't know anything about it. So to Thea, it just looks like a regular chest, right?
Yeah, it's sitting there right now.
Can we roll for
Perception.
knowledge?
Perception is what I would say for if you're trying to figure out if it's anything else other than what it actually
Yeah.
apparently seems.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks when you know what it is, but your
Like,
character
I have a
doesn't know.
spell that'll make it change to its original form, but, like, Thea's probably like, oh, a chest.
No.
Is a mimic actually originally a chest though, or is a
No, it's actually, it has a form, and if you look at the monster, it says it gets turned back into this like blob-like creature. Oh, she perceives the fuck out of that.
Wait,
chest.
so does Thea.
Oh, nuggets.
Now you perceive that. Jesus. Like it's like garbage.
I have a +6 to perception, which I should be
Oh.
doing more often.
Me too.
Wow.
Oh gosh. Zoinks, goats.
Stop.
Okay, sorry, we're done. Go ahead.
Everyone else leaves the chat.
Oh yeah, we're done with this shit. Bye y'all.
No, I was reading into that. That's what I was trying to figure out after you said that. I was like, what? So this is
Mhm.
basically like a boggart from Harry Potter.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is.
Good reference.
Wait, a boggart in that it shapeshifts, or a boggart in that it shows you your greatest fear?
A boggart in that it shapeshifts and that it's amorphous otherwise.
Is Idril scared of chests?
That's what it seems like to everyone else, I think.
Yeah.
So, no, right? No, it doesn't change into your whatever your fear is. That part isn't part of a mimic. It's more that it can transform into whatever it wants to, but its true form is amorphous. So, I think I know what it would transform into. Anywho, so you guys run into the room at the cry of Idril. You heard him yelling, "Oh my gosh, guys, there's stuff!" Ah!
I'm gonna turn that into a song, "The Cry of Idril."
And you run in, and Thea and Shia kind of perceive the situation almost immediately, seeing this confused acolyte standing in front of this newly opened room with what you can only understand as to be a mimic, having Idril acted the way he had, but the acolyte is still very confused, standing in the center of this. And if you get you,
We're good.
What'd you spill on?
Is everything okay?
Yeah.
I'm very concerned.
Oh, I just spilled wine.
I did this last week. I spilled beer all over my desk. It's the first time I've cleaned my desk since I moved here, so months.
I could just
I
hear
believe in you.
every noise. Like, I heard the liquid hit the ground.
It's because it was on my phone.
Oh no, I believe in you.
That's okay. I don't care about my phone as much as I care about my boyfriend's computer.
Okay. Thea gives Shia, like, raises her eyebrows a couple times, like, knowingly. And then it is my turn, right?
Yes, it is your turn. I was just going to describe on top of that Zeph, you kind of get an inkling of the idea that there is these things, these creatures that masquerade as chests, and maybe that's what's going on, but you're not sure. You get the idea that that's probably what it is, but you don't know.
Okay.
And so that was the only perceptions that I see here. Otherwise, everybody else is just running into a room of chaos and not knowing what's going on.
Wait,
Woo!
and what does Shia see as a 26?
Yes, so
Everything.
like I was saying just before that. Sorry, you probably were spilling at that point. Was Thea and
Yep.
you both run into the room, realizing pretty much exactly that what Idril had run from was a more than likely a mimic. Like he wouldn't have run from a normal chest, right? And you can
Yeah.
see directly through where he'd come from, and the acolyte though is standing in between you and that, just kind of looking around confused, like, what's going on here, guys?
Can you tell us?
Yeah, I scream, oh wait, did I turn myself off? Do you guys okay, I
This
didn't.
is Rico
We can
being
hear
an
you.
acolyte.
We can hear you.
I go, hey, I think it's a mimic. Beware. It turns into a creature. It bites.
We attacking this?
I
Am I
mean,
still connected? Hello?
can we yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Can anyone else hear us?
I can hear you. I was loading.
Yeah, I can hear you
Hey,
too.
rest-
Everything's kind of
I
robotic.
can hear everything.
We're good.
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh.
I might have spilled wine on your keyboard.
Uh-oh.
Don't look at me like that.
Oh,
Didn't taste it because I was drying the wine. I turned it off though. Okay.
hi,
Okay,
Mike.
guys. Oh, they said hi. He said hi as well. Sorry. Where are we at?
It is Thea's turn, as to what I understood.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, Thea's gonna reinforce that, like, hey guys, there's nothing natural about this chest, and I'm gonna attack it. And gonna cast Moonbeam.
Do the acolytes not want this thing around?
I mean, I don't know how to answer that question right now,
Okay.
because from your perception, you don't know too much about the acolytes, right?
Mm-hmm.
You met one on the first floor, and you've met a couple on this floor, but you haven't really interacted with them enough to know what their motives
I
are.
guess
Besides,
I guess what I'm asking is, can I like yell and be like, yell to the room, like turn around, yell to the room, and be like, "Hey, there's a mimic in this room. You want us to take care of it?"
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Thea
And
would have acted before that anyway, but you can still go ahead.
I understand. I just was trying to figure out what she was asking too, because the free speech is free action in this, and the acolyte would have heard you announce to everybody that it was a mimic in there, right? And his response would have just been of kind of like a shock and a horror. I see what you're asking now. So he's kind of got this look on his face of like, oh crap.
All right, we got it.
Okay.
And
I was just gonna cast a spell regardless of how he reacted, but that's good. At least we're on the same page. It's a 5-foot moonbeam that appears right where the chest is. It'll take damage at the start of its turn, but it has to make a saving throw. Hold on.
You said 5-foot radius?
Yeah.
That's what I was remembering too. So it's more like this.
Wow, it's beautiful. Yeah, it has to make a saving throw, a Constitution saving throw.
Right
With-
now, or when
with
it's
disadvantage.
when it's its turn, right? Or right now?
That's kind of unclear.
Because I
I
thought
would say right now, and then what happens is that's every time. Is it every time it moves or tries to do an action, doesn't have to do an additional check?
Let me
Every
put
time
the
I touch,
exact
I
wordage
get
here
Yes, please.
Okay.
Every time.
so that we can be talking
swear.
about the same thing.
Yeah, I think we've looked at this before, but memory is elusive.
It's a cool spell, but it is kind of vague. I put it in Discord.
When a creature enters a spell area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there. Okay, so it would be whenever it starts its turn is technically when you do the Constitution saving throw.
Okay, that makes sense. So if it fails, it changes and takes damage, and if it saves, it takes half damage and stays normal. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, where am I? Yeah, I'll just stay here. Do I pass the initiative, or I don't see that up here?
Oh, you know what? I probably didn't start combat. I just had the initiative thing rolling. There we go. Now you should be able to do it.
Cool.
And it's F's turn.
Okay. I am going to, I guess, move. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna run up to it and whack it with my quarterstaff.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you get that.
That is a 21 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
So it takes 5 damage.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was making sure that you weren't wielding it two-handed is all.
Oh, I'm wielding it one-handed because then I am going to spend a key point to do Flurry of Blows. That's a 12 to hit.
That just misses.
Okay, and then I am also going to do my Unarmed Strike. Which definitely misses because that's an 8.
So, do you want to describe what happens, or do you want me to?
I'm gonna run up to it and like whack it with my quarterstaff, and then I'm gonna go to punch it, and like as I'm trying to like hold my quarterstaff with one hand and punch it with the other, I'm just gonna like misjudge and like kind of trying to juggle my quarterstaff and punching isn't working for me right now. So I try to punch it like 3 different times and it doesn't work. And I'm just gonna kind of mumble some like curse words and like kind of step back a little bit so that I'm out of the like range of Thea's spell.
Oh, I think you're good even where you, yeah, right where you are now is plenty good. Because it's a 5-foot radius and it's kind of, right around the chest, basically. The chest is front and center. At least I'm presuming from Thea's aiming that it's going to be right around the center of the chest, basically.
And then that'll end my turn.
All right. technically the acolyte's turn then. Here we go. And he's like, ah, 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 ah. And just I'm gonna look up his movement speed again here. We got okay. And he just takes off, kind of runs past Mime, bumps into Mime, and runs past Thea, bumping into Thea, and out this direction. And it is Shia's turn. Shia Gargant.
Sarah, are you on mute? Being that person.
Oh, she is. She is on mute. She's probably still cleaning up that wine though, so.
It's a task.
Nope, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yep. Now we definitely can't hear you. Now we can hear you. Maybe.
Okay, I hear you now. Okay, wonderful.
Ah, this is wonderful. Will we do Schutz vodka now?
This is not Shia, this is Sarah.
Ah,
One moment.
okay, then we're doing shots of tequila.
Is that what this voice is?
Nasvidanya.
I would have said that we are sipping water, which some people call vodka, but you know, whatever. Tequila. Shia hires Mime as her backup singer. All right.
Perfect.
So.
Perfect.
So, Shia is going to viciously mock this chest.
Jesus.
Yeah. She's gonna look at it and be like, "You're just a fucking chest, man. What? You don't even have legs? Oh, fuck you. Can't even walk? Oh, you just mimic other things? You shallow piece of dirt." Sorry, I got caught up. I didn't even roll damage.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was trying to.
Can you roll damage for me? It's a 1d4.
It doesn't. Oh, okay, 1d4.
Well, I currently have Mike's keyboard turned off because of the wine. Oh, come off it! Boo! Apparently my mocks weren't good enough.
It's rigged.
I was gonna
Garbage!
say, doesn't seem like you want me to roll. I got a D1 there, so maybe you want to try and roll when you come back in, or get the chance to.
No,
or...
it's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Okay.
We'll take the one. I probably would have gotten a 1 anyways.
So
Are we gonna, like, help in this battle against the large chest? Like, is anybody else, like, right now I see Zeph in the chamber with a large chest alone. Like, are we gonna like storm this chamber and like fuck up this large chest? What are we doing?
What do you think my vicious mockery was? Mock the shit out of that guy.
Like, there's a bunch of us back here, like, behind you. Like, are we gonna storm in and fuck it up for you? Like, what's
I
happening?
never storm in. I do things from a distance.
Yeah, Shia cast like the moonbeam thing on it, and then I tried punching it, and now Shia's trying to mock it. I just had to run up to it because I don't have anything ranged.
Yep. Now that I hear the playcast of everything, I realized that my move might have been weak. Yeah, Thea goes in, mooms bean it. Zeph goes in, whaps it, and she mocks it. Yeah, of course it was a 1. Deserved a 1.
You know what? I honestly, for that mockery, I feel like it should get advantage at least. I mean, but you did get a 13, so that would have hit no problem. It's just the damage problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna relook at that spell. It's a cantrip, so it's supposed to be weak.
Yeah, and it does say that it is 1d for. Does it get increased maybe with
Levels. I was thinking that.
yeah,
Let me double check. Oh,
but it is Mime's turn while you're checking it.
Alright.
Did the chest make a saving throw on it?
It hasn't been its turn yet, if that's what you're asking. It did make a
No,
saving
for the
throw.
Vicious Mockery.
Oh, the
oh,
DC.
come on.
I see what you're saying.
You gotta
I
make a saving throw to take 1 point of damage, possibly.
Well, yeah,
Fuck
because
you.
if it fails the saving throw, then it takes disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Okay,
Oh, that's right.
significant.
It does. That is a good point there, Zeph. Thank you. I
Well,
didn't.
doesn't it still?
I took the 1 damage off, no problem, because I didn't even think about that. But you were right. It would have a disadvantage on the next attack it makes,
Well,
which would
the
definitely
large.
be important for Zeph, considering that she is in front of the chest right now.
Can we call this? Can we call the large chest a double D?
Double D, the double D.
Can we? That's amazing.
Sorry.
No,
Mm.
I fully second this proposal. That's amazing. It's
I
the
think-
double D now. That's what I will
think-
always call it. In my mind, if none of you ever do.
I might refer to it as the chest still, but I
Should have
It's
came
the
up with that
double
when you
D.
were mocking it.
I mean,
Oh, I should admit, I did, because technically it's still my turn.
Yeah. all right.
So
So
you're just a lovely pair of D's.
which causes the
Double
chest
D.
no
No,
apparent.
but it does succeed, or it fails.
No,
because it's
it
It
succeeds.
succeeds
It
because
succeeds.
they're double Ds. Who doesn't want double Ds?
Don't worry, it succeeds. It so everybody else is referring to the
Alright.
chest now as a double D, and it is continually being mocked.
And it takes 1 point of damage, don't forget.
It did. Don't worry.
Thanks, yeah.
I got you.
Keep hitting it.
It is Mime's turn though.
Woo woo. All right, so the last thing I knew, this fucking fox deer disappeared, deer fox, and I was up here and I was gonna touch the fucking nose. Right?
You were. I don't know why you moved way down there, but
Because I wanted to see. Because up here I can't see. I don't know if you
Oh.
know. When I'm standing up here, I can't see into the chamber. But when I come down here, I can see into the chamber. But anyway,
Mhm.
I'm gonna touch the fucking nose of this goddamn statue with this torch. Whoever lit its fucking torch. I'm gonna touch its nose.
and it releases from its apparent locked position and pops back into its perceivably normal position, and there's only a crease right around the back of the nose, which would have led you to believe that it could be pressed in, and it starts. You just hear again, rather Idril for you again, and everybody else has knew it, and the door, or rather the wall, slides back into place, locking.
Oh my god!
Oh.
Wait, there's a wall? What fucking wall?
I'm
Which
gonna
wall?
scream and be like, Alex, what the fuck?
Is there a wall
Touch it
behind
again! Touch it
Like,
again!
what wall are you talking about, DM?
The wall that was there before you got into the chamber, it slid.
Where?
So
The chest. The
so-
chest wall.
from
This
your
wall?
perspective, from your perspective, there was a piece of wall that slid back up and into this direction, and then slid back out into this direction and closed.
Fuck, I'm gonna touch the nose again. Fuck that nose.
Oh, you don't have another attack in this one.
What? That's not an
That
attack.
was an
Touching a nose is not an attack.
That was your action.
Roll to boop.
Roll to boop.
Yeah, can I roll to boop? What do I roll?
You need another. You need like a bonus action.
Performance?
No, you don't need to perform for me. You need a bonus action, something or other. So like,
Dexterity? My dexterity would allow me to boop.
do you have any bonus action things? If you were to
Yeah,
like,
I do. I have bonus actions. Get out of here.
okay,
I have a spiritual weapon that's a bonus action.
I thought so.
It's right here under bonus actions, actually.
Hit the nose with your giant spiritual weapon.
So your spiritual weapon comes forth, and it's a giant finger. The nose.
Which finger?
This is what is known in from my youth as breaking the Olivia, because we would take turns to see if we could try to make her laugh beyond comprehension.
Teenage finally lost it.
Yep. This is what you've trusted your captain's faith in.
My giant spiritual weapon. Let me change your life.
I've heard that one before.
Oh snap!
I'm gonna have to use it. That's actually some pretty good script right there. Jeez.
I'm glad Craig is recording. Okay, so I booped the snoot again. What does that get me?
I'm trying to do it right now, but the other door won't open. Gosh darn it. Come on, door. I don't know if I need to refresh or what. Give me a sec. But basically what had happened is the wall did just the opposite of what you had perceived, which was and back into the wall behind in this direction and slid back that way. If I can freaking open.
There's a third level necromancy spell called Vampiric Touch. Vampiric Touch. It makes me think of every time I touch, I get this feeling. Sorry. Fisher's Mockery doesn't increase until 5th level.
Oh, that's only one more level, right?
Uh-huh.
Only like 50,000 more. I don't know. I'm exaggerating. This door just will not open.
I keep seeing it like open and then close again on my end.
Oh, so maybe
there's
that's
2 doors.
actually what's happening, but on my screen it's just not unlocking. Can you see through the door right now?
Nine's just
No, I
walking through
cannot.
a
I
wall.
see Mime.
So you should be
Fuck it up. Fuck this door up.
You should be able to open and close the door now. Whatever you
Nope.
want to.
Nope.
I can't.
Negative.
Zeph can from her side.
Can you hear my clicks?
I can, but it's just the door that I can open and close.
I don't know
I'll
what.
tell you about these clicks I'm making.
I can hear it. I believe you. Let me try something else.
I want what Mimi is having.
So all of
I
the
know.
I booped the nose, but all it does is open and close this door. That's
Yep.
bullshit. Where the fuck did this deer fox go?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes, I would.
Oh
I would
shit!
like
Is
to
it the
know.
mimic?
We're about to find out.
We better find out.
You booped that snoot.
You snoot the boob.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, I'm stuck in here.
I know. I'm trying to help you. Don't worry.
Oh dear God, the door is changing.
I can see like
Don't worry.
vision now.
There we go. I fixed it. It took some weird jankety workarounds, but oh god damn it, Astro, come on, work with me.
It's funny because like
Now.
back to the snoot thing. There's Eliza Eislinger. She does this skit and she's like, "Oh, saying vagina is super weird." She's like, "We should call it a snoot." So you say you boot the snoot. It just makes me.
I'm a fan. I could get into that.
Mhm. You have to see the whole skit because it's fucking hysterical.
Wait, her first name's
We'll see.
Elijah?
Yeah. Don't ask
Interesting.
me to spell that.
Did it work this time though?
I just
Yeah,
keep thinking that Elijah would. Yeah, now I can see inside. Haha, that's what she said.
That's what she said.
Zeph is
Is
still
it?
in there. Zeph with the large chest. I'm coming in.
No, you're not.
Mime's all over the
Look
place.
at me, I'm already there.
1, 2, 3,
Come
4,
at me, bro.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you
It's
just
still
moved.
my turn. It says it's Mime's turn at the top. Don't tell
You're-
me what I can do.
I was
You
just
don't
checking.
know. I'm in there.
You had
Now it's
You-
Idril's turn.
one less movement, so you're right up next to Zeph.
Yeah.
Now
you
she
go.
won't get
Staring
zapped
down
in a
this
moonbeam.
large chest.
You're welcome. And then
You're welcome, Jesus.
Squall's turn.
Must be that water.
You know, I have 4 pints of it.
Squall, please take your turn. Squall!
Undia.
Squall!
So, okay,
Squall.
now the doors shut behind Zeph and Mime, right?
No.
No, negative.
Okay, well I've got this like bar going across it to make.
Might have to refresh. I had to do some findangling.
And
refresh.
dangling.
To the snoot.
Because what ended up happening is that Mime pressed on the nose, and then the wall slid closed, and they were like, oh shit, and booped the nose again, but with a spiritual weapon this time, just freaking out like ah, and then the wall slid open again, and Mime ran in.
Is the weapon still there? Is there a big hand in here?
To what I
don't
understand,
see a big head, but like I don't know. There's like this white bar, a black bar, and a white bar going across the door, but I can still see inside the room.
It's open right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, no, that should be right. That should you should be fine, because what you're seeing, Squall, basically is where the wall would have been on either side before it slid back into back
Okay.
there, you know, because
What a
it
classic architecture thing. You dweeb.
Hmm.
You of course you had to put 2 doors in just to show the sliding door.
a little bit, and
I love it. Okay, continue. Sorry.
I think I might. I don't know. I might skip my turn because Zeph is directly in front of the chest, and even if I like fly up and try and get an angle, I think I'll just not be able to see it at that point.
don't you have like you have 25 speed, or is that just what I'm seeing on Astral?
No, my walking speed is 25. My flying is 50.
That's what I thought. I was remembering too. But
I mean,
you should be
walking
able to, I was
speed
going to say,
would put me in the
fly.
corner by Zeph.
Yeah, even then, that's what I was going to say. Even then, you'd be able to move. I was trying to click over here, but I was closing and opening the door. If you wanted to, move
Okay,
there.
I can do that. And then I'm going to use Blast. So let me. Ooh, 7 to hit.
That missed.
Well, I'm just gonna stand there awkwardly, looking at them.
Oh, you don't want?
Squirrel?
Do you want me to describe the describe
Yes.
what happened?
What the
Okay.
squirrel?
So your beam comes down. You go squall from your beak, right where you've used as your focus, and it just hits the top of the chest, almost right in the center. So you were dead on in your aiming, but it kind of bounced off and hit the wall in this direction, from the top of the chest.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it kind of reflected off of the material, the metal material on the top of the chest.
Oh, this is awkward. I'm just gonna kind of just take my 2 talons and point them together awkwardly. Just squirrel. And that'll end my turn.
Oh, okay, so you know the floating. To answer your previous question, though, well, I had to go look it up. Was there is not a floating finger in the space there. It only lasts a minute. Once you conjure it,
Okay.
and then it dissipates.
Sounds good.
And it is Idril's turn. Said that purposely with an accent. Kind of fun. Idril.
Makes me think of and Josh and Bree will get this is Casey Lovingrub. Yet to say her name right ever since that Italian teacher said her name. Lovingrub.
So roll step to like look through. It's pretty freaking crowded in there.
Yeah, I would say if you're shooting a ranged weapon through that, you're going to be shooting with a disadvantage. Just saying.
Yeah. Now, am I saying this correctly that like I could like walk in this little pathway here?
No. That's an interstitial wall space.
Okay.
That is not a pathway. I'm just let.
Adriel has confidence in his longbow abilities. And rolls a 15 for disadvantage to hit with 6 piercing. Does a 15 hit?
15 hits.
Sweet. So Adriel just skillfully slings an arrow right in between Zeph and Squall at the keyhole.
Oh, okay, so you're aiming at the keyhole.
Yeah, just
so
like
you're lucky enough as your arrow flies seemingly true past Zeph and Squall, but then it sinks right into the meat of the wood on the chest, right next to the keyhole. And it takes 60.
all right. And then I'll like step back again just to like in case Gia or Theo want to do a ranged, so I don't get hit.
Are you trying to close those doors on purpose there?
No, I was trying to like just move the map and accidentally click the doors.
You're good. I know how that goes. I've been doing that all night. I don't know how to make. I wish there was a feature. I don't think there is right now to make locked doors, basically, or like doors in either one position or another that are just not.
I wrote a song for school. It's fucking great. I'm dying. It's too
Save
good. Okay. I don't
Save
know when to sing it though.
Save it. So the mimic being somewhat. Oh wait, gotta take a damage. I think I did take damage already for it too. I'm not sure. I'm trying to scroll back up to Thea here.
No, we didn't do that yet. You have to make a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
I'll do it again. I think I did. I was trying to scroll back up through chat, but I don't feel like it.
We didn't make any rolls on my turn.
Oh, okay. Saving throw. 22.
Disadvantage, because it's a shapeshifter.
Right. So it is at 9. It did not save, right? And it would take how much damage? I'm scrolling back up again. So yeah, there it is. 2 radiant damage.
2d10.
I think your 2d10 got a 1 though. Each.
I wanted to roll in person, but okay, that's fine.
Oh, okay. No, you're good. Go ahead and roll.
I feel like I'm cheating. We could just use that one.
What do you mean you feel like you're cheating? What'd you get? Like a 22? That would be cheating.
No, I didn't roll yet.
Oh, no, go ahead and roll. That's how you've been playing.
11.
We have faith and we trust. 11. Okay.
11, and it turns into something else.
It you just hear this ungodly screech as it starts to move forward out of the attempting to move out of the moonbeam as it strikes it, and it starts to burst into flames all around the chest, and it just and transforms again, and you just see the shifting blob of forms before it settles on something. Give me a second on that.
Are you laughing at it?
No, I'm laughing at these lyrics. It's just too perfect. I'm building up to now. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. Get my shit together.
Come on. Freaking. I'll do that then. That's easier. There we go.
Oh shit.
Don't worry. Don't worry. It just it morphed forms and it doesn't have any apparent harm on it. But it is lesser in size and shape and just a ooze on the ground as it moves towards nobody in this room did much harm to it. I'm trying to decide.
Jesus.
Wait,
Yeet.
Shia did 1 point.
But she's not in the room. She's not in the room.
Get her.
I wrote 6 points.
She's a monster.
Oh.
You did, Zach? That's what I thought too, because it is mindless to some degree. So it's
oozes around the people and is straight for Shia.
I want my 1 hit point back.
Oh, I have to kind of relearn some things here for a sec. So it just kind of oozes up towards Zeph and starts kind of just up the bottom of her feet and ankles.
Oh
And
no. Oh no.
Ew.
seven
Oh, gross.
7 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
I didn't think so.
It also has a disadvantage on its attack too.
I remember that.
The vicious mockery.
I'll be right back.
I mean,
Damn, you're right.
if it doesn't hit, it's not going to hit, right?
Right.
So, melee attack to hit. Interesting. Anywho, it is making that noise at your feet, and it's trying to like slowly work its way up your body, basically.
That is a terrible sound.
Who's making that sound?
That was Sarah. That's great.
Sorry, guys.
In the voice editing, that'll for sure be the official sound. I think then it is Thea's turn.
Okay. So it came back to its ooze form and has all of its health back.
It doesn't seem to be hurt. We'll leave it at that. It kind of like just dissolved into oozed, basically, and just slunk forward to start trying to perceivably absorb Zeph.
Oh, okay. Okay, then I guess I'm going to drop the moonbeam, which would change it back.
Does it? I need to go back to that. Make a saving throw to disadvantage if you fail.
I accidentally closed the door and now I can't see anything. Okay.
There it goes. No, you can keep opening and reopening it now. Just with the physics of Astral, for whatever reason. I don't have a way to make doors that are hidden until I want them to be. But no, that's okay. So you're completely removing the moonbeam, and then you're not doing anything else, or
Yeah, I'm just gonna remove it. I didn't know that it would continue to slime attack people, so that's what I'm gonna do. I guess while it's my turn, I'll also cast Detect Magic and just look at the statue and the other stuff.
the statue and just the room, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So your detecting of magic would perceive on the bottom left foot a slight glow and a thread in this direction of I do not have the capabilities to be moving this fast. What?
An actual physical thread or like a light source?
A light source, an ephemeral, like
Okay.
just glowing thread that connects the bottom left foot, and it is silver. Just a light gray silver from there to here.
In a straight line.
Yeah, I'm kind of imagining like a spiderweb thread thickness from here to here, and it's kind of looped like that too, where it's kind of drooped from one point to the other. It's not directly straight, but
Okay. Does the ooze have anything, or is it
it
a
is.
creature?
If you're looking in that direction, you're basically blind because there is just an absorbent amount of magic coming from that direction just because of the players
That makes sense.
and Mime.
Okay. And I'll move here.
Okay.
The end. I don't have the initiative thing though.
The end. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that. Should be Zeph's turn now. I don't know what happened to that either.
It's showing up for me now.
Yeah, I started it. I don't know what the fuck happened to it though. In between that. Oh, I know what it did. Never mind. Don't worry about me. It is Zeph's turn.
I'm gonna whack it with my quarterstaff again.
The ooze, just the puddle of ooze.
Yep.
Okay.
Just kidding. I'm gonna punch it.
Oh, I was gonna say that's a quarterstaff on my screen.
I just meant because I know it doesn't hit. Oh, but my flurry of blows got a nat 20.
Okay. So, are you just doing? Is that? How come you didn't do 2 of the flurry of blows last time? Is it because it didn't hit, or?
Yeah. So the flurry of blows is after action, I can spend 1 key point to make 2 unarmed strikes.
2 unarmed strikes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it rolls it like flurry of blows on D and Beyond shows up just as one thing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's why I was sort of confused.
But then I can also do. I also have the option as a monk to do unarmed strike, which is when you use the attack action with an unarmed strike or a monk weapon on your turn, you can do one unarmed strike.
And it's a bonus action, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. And you have gotten a 25, so that definitely hits. But the quarterstaff didn't hit, right? So you're going to still swing that, right? And you're kind of dual wielding, basically, right? Like you said, you have the quarterstaff in one hand, and you're trying to punch it with the other hand.
Right, yeah. And then the flurry of blows was a nat 20.
So what you're going to do, and I'm going to just help you with the description a little bit because I feel like you could use it in this regard, is that you swung the staff down, and it just kind of just in the pile of ooze, and it didn't really seem to do anything. But then you took your leg and you kind of kicked it, and it moved it back a little bit off of yourself. And so are both of those damage? So the flurry of blows, let's going back to that a little bit. You have just 5 damage for that, it looks like?
Yeah, but then since it was a nat 20, it would be 10 damage, right?
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So,
it just, for whatever reason, like, with D&D Beyond, even though I clicked on Flurry of Blows to roll it, and I clicked on Flurry of Blows to do the damage, for whatever reason, it doesn't calculate in, like, criticals.
oh, okay. So you kicked it off of yourself, just both of your feet, just like, you kicked it off as fast as you could, you know, as it's trying to absorb you to some degree, and it flew off of yourself and kind of reformed right about where the chest was before, and is trying to form itself back as you would splatter it across the walls behind it, and those little droplets are coming back to its form, you know.
Okay, and then I think my next strike misses, right? At a 12.
Yes, just barely. So you try to kick it again, having seen the effectiveness of it, and it just goes through the tip of the goo, and it comes back into itself easily without separating again. This time, seemingly to have known your tricks from before.
Yeah, fuck you, ooze. That'll end my turn.
That'd be Shia.
Okay. So Shia is going to run up and flip over the peeps. She's gonna run up, flip over them, and
Not you. Sorry.
5, 10. Okay. She's gonna flip over them, land on the gray ooze to do a kind of like a slam down, and she's gonna like punch it a bunch of times.
Do you have an unarmed strike ready?
Yeah, melee, yeah.
Okay. So you first off, your flip. Are you trying to flip over them?
Yeah, and then land straight on the ooze.
Okay, roll athletics first then. Or
I did.
Acrobatics.
Yep, I got 20.
Oh, nice. I was rolling some other stuff behind the scenes, sorry. So you and your experience with the with your teachers inside of the schools of your highness taught you expertly, and you feeling the moment, and you flip straight over without any question right on top of the ooze, and you do hit with that second one, so you do I don't know what it says, slashing. Are you?
I don't know. It's not meant to be slashing. It's just, I think it was just copied wrong.
Though you do have claws, so you could describe it like that.
Yeah.
So you, in your fury of flipping over top of your teammates and just landing straight on this ooze, just you kind of, trying to think of a technical term for it too, where you sprung up and on your back flew over top of their heads, right?
Ooh, can I describe it?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, cool. So she goes running forth, right? And then she does one of those like step one, and then does like one of those like ninja flips, and then superhero lands on the ooze, and then does one of those boom, 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 and somehow only does 4 slashing damage, but tries to like, kind of like beating dough, boom, 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 and then she's gonna continue to roll, use the rest of her movement to just kind of roll out and then prepare herself.
Thea claps and goes, "Woo! Better than one."
The sad thing is I did roll a 1, but I have a +3. That was a 1 out of a D8. Like, that makes me mad.
I don't. Yeah, you. Even from the last time that we played, like Christ, I feel like I just feel bad. Like.
So I got a 26. I got a 20 in acrobatics. Like, there's like some things that it either goes really, really well or really, really bad. Like, I have no in between.
I can relate.
Steph's also gonna cheer and be like, "Woo, yes!"
Just gonna give a little head nod.
I think it is Mime's turn.
That was like some monk shit.
I think she would tell you, I've learned from dragons as well. Wink, wink, nod, nod.
I've done a few things in my time.
So wait,
I
are we
used to
beating
date a
up?
monk once.
So we're beating up this chest. Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of a blob now.
It's a blob. Like, how much is there for me to do?
Do you have something to hurt people? Hurt it.
People or things? Is it a person?
It's ooze.
It's a beast.
It's gray ooze. I don't know if it's a beast.
Well, you just watched a chest turn into gray ooze.
And then you watched multiple people punch it.
So I have a sling or I have spiritual weapon.
What is spiritual
Or
weapon?
guiding bolt.
Ooh, guiding bolt sounds cool.
A flash of light streaks toward a creature of your choice within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 4d6 radiant damage.
Holy
Next attack
shit!
roll.
I mean,
woman!
Radiant damage.
Okay, let's roll this bitch.
That's almost as good as 1. That's almost as good as 1 point.
You didn't hit.
The fuck?
You got 11
Oh.
out of your 20. You rolled a d20 and got an 11.
Yeah, but that's more than half.
You got
It is
17 points of damage. Why am I such a piece of garbage? Okay.
I didn't hit. So you're not
'Cause
the
you
garbage,
rolled a
I'm the
1.
garbage. Jesus Christ.
Let me double check something real quick because I forgot that I did some things. No, you actually did hit. I'm sorry. I forgot that I changed some things after. Remember, I had to relearn some things from a chest to a pile of ooze. So you did hit. I'm sorry.
Because an ooze doesn't have armor.
Correct. Whereas a chest does. Oh Christ. Okay, so a giant. Does it come forth from you? How are you producing this radiant light? Are you just like
I stare up at the ceiling and I raise one hand, my right hand, and I scream at up. I scream up, coming from me, made the mime that never talks. I scream, and so then also from up from the ceiling down comes a bolt, and this guiding bolt comes down onto the gray ooze. And
I just have to say that this is a death throw. So
yeah. Fuck it up.
is that how you want to describe it? I just wanted to make sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So your bolt of radiant lightning flashes down from the ceiling and just fills the ooze. As it kind of just across the top of the surface of it, and it kind of evaporates into a steam into the air. Yeah, exactly.
Thea is going to, if we're done, if we're out of combat.
Yes, you are.
Are we? Is it gone? Sorry, go ahead.
No, it is completely gone. It is, I mean, in all essence, because it just sizzled out of existence from your strike.
Awesome. Now, where the fuck is that deer fox?
And just a second.
Can I try and touch the light that was the silver thing?
Oh. If you can tell me what it was.
What kind of magic?
No. Where was it?
It was from the left foot to the corner of the wall.
Okay, so what are you tapping?
How tall stuff? How tall?
That
is the air?
ass.
I knew it was gonna happen. Like, is it low enough to the ground that I can try and grab it?
What are you grabbing?
I don't know, the light.
ass.
The light? Where you're standing from right now.
If it works.
Your hand passes through the light.
Okay. So can I investigate the foot then? I'll be like, hey guys, there's some magic shit going on, and I think it's coming from the statue's foot.
Just to fill you in on some other things that had happened here. Who was all in the room again? You guys all moved on me, so I'm trying to recall. It was Zeph, Squall, and Mime, correct? And then Shia, right?
Mhm.
When the chest... No, Idril was in there too, right? Where'd Idril... Oh, there's Idril.
No, Adriel ran out of the room and the chest started attacking, and then everyone ran in.
Okay, I'm just double checking.
I was like over here.
Okay. No, I was just double checking because right when the chest like evaporated, or rather the gray ooze, sorry, the gray ooze evaporated, in its place formed kind of just out of that mist as it evaporated and then reformed almost into a crystalline sword that apparently is a sword anyways, because the top of it is just this amorphous form, or not really amorphous, but rather a crystalline form on top of a double hand hilt with a squared off pommel. So it can be wielded as a sword, but the top of it is not a blade of any sort that anyone has seen. And to answer your question, Thea, did you roll investigation? I didn't see that.
No, I'll do it now.
Okay.
I got a 6.
6. So you roll an advantage, please.
Okay. 17.
So you notice, just like the nose before, there's kind of this crease around the foot that if you were to press on it, it would open. Or rather, indent into where it was before.
Okay. Psst, Mime.
What?
Check out this foot button.
Wait, I'm not just the nose? I touched the nose before.
No, we gotta
What
boop
about
the foot.
You gotta boop the foot?
Do you want to do it with your spiritual weapon?
I can do it with my spiritual weapon.
Should we be extra or should we be normal?
No, extra, always.
You summon a giant fist with a finger that comes down and boops the foot. And give me a second here.
Hopefully we're not gonna have to fight something else.
The wall just and then slides from this direction back into this direction, opposite of the other wall, and a chamber opens. And
Shit, another chamber from the foot, one from the nose, and now one from the foot?
Idril,
What is this shit?
Why is Israel already in there?
having
What is this?
sprung
Something of
forth
God? I
and-
can't see because this goddamn health bar. What does
Oh.
it say?
give me a second. I can turn those off again. Sorry.
Mime is on
Giant
another
pile
level.
of God.
Giant pile of gourd?
Gold.
Geo.d.
And
is
as
that?
you enter the chamber, you see literal coins the size of Mime in the chamber.
What? That means I can't carry them. I want to. Oh, I guess if I
You
touch
have the
them, they
ring.
become a reasonable size. I have 3 of those, by the way. I took extra.
And I
As
thought
you
you
know.
given one. You have 2 now because we gave one to Thea.
Ah, yes.
Shia walks away. She's not very interested by gold.
Neither is Thea. But did someone pick up the sword?
I've been waiting. I was gonna ask to walk up to the sword and pick it up.
Where did the sword come from?
Sorry, I caught what you said, Idril. The sword was apparently reformed from the evaporation of the chest. And what did you say, Zach?
I'm gonna walk up to the sword and pick it up.
I'm assuming from the hilt, right?
Yes.
Nothing happens.
Can I investigate it?
Yeah.
Got an 8.
I see that. So you, having picked up the sword, look across what would be apparently the blade, and you see the glimmering of your own face coming back at you.
Shia is kind of like watching over her because once the thing turned into a sword, she's going to also investigate it.
From afar, apparently. Unless you're going to ask Zeph.
Yeah, I'll ask. I'll ask stuff.
Yeah, I'll turn and kind of hand it off to Shia.
Okay.
Like, I'll be like, give that over. Let me see.
Roll, madame. 23. So you see this, your face in it, which is what Zeph had seen, obviously, but just behind that, you see an unbridled force of just relatedly to yourself, just this sizzling and of.
So I see me. I see the strength within me. Oh, wonderful.
And you also see relating to yourself, which is a sort of electric sensation inside of the sword.
Now, is that because of me, or is that because of? Do I know if it's kind of feeding my energy of electricity, or is it something that's just
You know,
within its own?
you know it is similar to your own power. That's why you're
Okay.
creating this simulation.
Does it give
Okay.
off a magic glow when I look at it?
It has been less than an hour.
Oh, it's
But
magic.
it is hearing that. You
You
have
know.
a glow of
Interesting.
well
Level.
the magic things again, right? They're simply vague. They don't have a direct correlation to elements, right? They just have
Mhm. I mean, at that point, like read the different types of magic, maybe not the colors, because then I think I can help you a little bit.
not even. I mean, that doesn't even help honestly, because it's like eh, you when you're looking at it, I guess this would be probably the coolest direction to go, anyways. Is a rainbow effect seems to just
Ooh.
propagate from the sword.
All of them?
Yes.
Whoa.
So she is kind of like, feel it and go, this is good. Do you mind, Zeph, if I use this?
I'll go for it. Swords aren't my thing.
Okay, yeah, and she's kind of like acting out like sword battle, like yes, like testing the feel.
I just imagine you just like fencing with the air.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
That sword is rainbow.
I mean, it's pretty cool, but I don't know about rainbow. I mean, what are you talking about there?
Thea just like stares at it. It's mesmerizing.
Did everybody see it, by the way? Just so they get an idea of what it looks like before I hit it, is all I was going at.
Where
Yeah,
is it?
it looks kind of like a crystal.
I'm just
Yeah.
sitting with this giant pile of gold.
Mime, come look at the sword real quick. There you go.
Where is it?
I'm gonna call it the crystal sword.
Wait, where is it?
I just moved you. No, right there.
Is it in this chamber?
Do
Is
you
it
see
that?
it now? Yeah.
Yes.
That thing?
Yes.
That's right there? This
Yeah.
tiny little fucking like toothpick of a thing?
It's like the
Okay.
size of you.
Yeah.
Right?
That's large.
All right.
Sure.
So I'll move you back now. I just wanted to let you
Okay.
see everybody see the sword before I just hit it. Is all.
Okay. Josh, do I need to know any additional, like when using it, do I have to use it to get to know its effects?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So pretty much
I'm
you
just
know.
I'm gonna copy my long sword and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, that'll work because then that it at least gives you an idea, and it is, sword-like in its ability to hit things, at least.
Okay.
So
okay. Never mind.
I think it'd be. I mean, nobody's turn necessarily, but Mime, you did have some questions about the giant pile of gold.
Yeah, of course. It's a fucking giant pile of gold.
Literal. Yeah.
Do you guys need help with that?
Can I pick it up?
Like as a pile?
Of course not. Like, how much can I carry?
The thing is about the. Yeah, I was gonna say you can probably wrap your arms around maybe 3 coins before it.
Three? All I can pick up is 3?
Let
She
me
is gonna count
What?
them.
let me continue.
I scream to my fellow companions.
Let me continue. All right. So you pick up the 3, and as soon as you do, though, they resize to normal gold pieces.
Yeah! Fucking ring of normally sized things.
Thea's gonna meditate for 20 minutes while they figure it out.
Okay. Roll a isn't it I wanted to say it was like a D10 to get health back or something like that. Oh, you got
Oh, I don't need health. I was just trying to get a spell or 2 back.
Oh, right.
So she is gonna start picking up gold coins, but less on the manner of like, oh, these are gonna be mine, and more of the manner of like, oh, these will help us in our journey, and if someone needs a gold coin, I'll just give it to them. So she's just kind of like picking them up. And if anyone else wants to pick up any, that's just let
I
me
want to
know.
pick up them all. We should leave none
Yeah,
behind.
I'm gonna start stuffing my backpack with them, and then I'm gonna kind of look up and like realize that not everybody's doing that, and just kind of look and be like, oh, should we split this evenly? I guess.
Like I said, I'm screaming to everybody to come get gold.
Do you guys want to roll like initiative to see who gets to move first, or
To pick up gold coins?
Yeah.
There's a giant pile, Josh. It fucking is named the giant pile of gold. Why do we
purposely?
have to take turns?
You should
It's
fight to the
giant.
death over it.
Yeah,
You guys
seriously.
should
No, there's
brawl.
enough for everybody. It's giant.
They were giant. When you pick them up, they turn into tiny. There's probably about
Right, but
20.
The
20
giant
gold.
doesn't. No. Giant doesn't describe the gold. Giant describes the pile. It's a
No.
giant pile of gold. It's not a pile of giant gold,
So-
Josh.
You have
Shit.
an admirable understandings of the thing, but they are literal giant coins in
It's
a
a
pot.
pile of giant gold.
There
It's a
you go. I was about to say something. You need to learn some English
So
there,
wait,
Josh.
so how many
I don't
pieces?
English.
How many pieces are there in this pile of gold?
There's probably 20 giant gold pieces. There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I don't English. That's something you need to learn, right?
So how much does everybody get?
There are, like I said, 20 pieces. You can decide
Right.
that amongst yourselves.
So there's Shia and me and
there's
who else
6
is in this
people.
chair?
Well, there's 6 people, but there are
So
3
we each
people in
get
the room right
4.
now.
So there's only 3. So then we would each get still like 6. We would each get 6 pieces. I can't tell. So it's me and Shia. Who else is in here?
Def.
Mime.
Okay, so Shia, Mime, and Zeph get 6 pieces of giant gold.
And Shia kind of looks at them and goes, can you handle the 6 pieces? Because you know, I'm big giant over here. And I can carry some for the group. Because I think I'm carrying diamonds. I think I'm carrying gems for the group as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
from
I
the
have
chest.
room for the 6 pieces because of the ring.
Okay. Well, yeah. Oops. Shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to send that. So
Um,
we'll just take all 6 pieces. That's fine. So, okay. I'm fine with that.
there were 2 other pieces on there. If 3 of you took 6 pieces, if that's what you're saying.
Shia takes the extra 2.
Ah, okay.
I'm guessing since Shia is, I feel like there's people, they were like, kind of like hoarding. She was just kind of like, ding, 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 like picking them up.
I know me and Mime are like, yeah.
They might have been dancing in it.
Rolling around the giant pile.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah. So the giant the gold, when in your inventory, appears as other gold, but you may want to differentiate. Fuck my language. Differentiate the
Well,
Just
I
imagining.
mean,
I'm just imagining you go to pay for something and you put one of them in someone else's hand to pay them, and it just goes like 100 pounds and sinks to the ground.
yeah, that is really funny to think about. Oh, so what you're saying is I should differentiate the giant pieces of gold,
correct
or
from the actual gold, because as you hand them to somebody else, they would probably dunk
so
the table.
so Shia in her head goes, "We need to stop at a bank to change this to properly transfer gold." You know, so it's like, oh, these are bigger, but we have the rings of reasonable size. I'm sure we could get more gold out of this than, you know.
That's what I was just about to ask. Was like, how big are these compared to a normal gold piece?
They're probably about 4 times the size of a normal. Oh wait, sorry, no, about 100 times the size of a normal gold piece.
Okay.
So
we
if
have.
you were to smelt it down necessarily, it'd probably be about the size of a gold bar.
Okay.
Which I think I said before too. Idril has one at 100 gold pieces per bar or something like that.
Okay.
we had gotten the gold
Yeah.
bars we had gotten were 10-pound gold bars.
10-pound gold bars, correct. I don't remember what I said those were.
I forget.
Sorry, Idril? Or
I said I forget.
okay.
Yeah, I just have one 10-pound gold bar, but I don't.
There was like a poundage. Yeah.
Yeah, I forget. I mean, I can look it up again.
When we get there, if we do.
Yeah. I have in my notes.
Looks like that's about. I would consider those. Yeah, I know what I'd consider those at least. Anyways.
Okay. Well, I have it in my notes, so.
Okay.
So she is like walking out the room, and she bumps into Squall and goes, "Squall, I have a song for you. I have been thinking about this when you ran into the room. I'll have to sing it to you sometime when we get into the mood. I'll cheer you up in battle with this song."
The mood.
The mood.
Well, I look forward to hearing this little ditty that you've come up with.
And he waddled away.
I look forward to the mood.
And he waddled away.
Alrighty.
Waddle.
Well, until the mood then.
Into battle.
Yes.
Okay.
While we're all standing in this room, Idril, do you know anything about the deer fox? Does that mean anything to you?
Nope.
Yeah, where the fuck did it go? I touched the nose, and all it does was open a fucking door.
You mean you've
Did
never seen a deer fox before?
I have never seen a deer before.
Did it
I've
touch the nose?
I've heard legends of them, but I've never seen one before.
What are the legends?
Legend is that it helps my tribe find a place to live.
That seems pretty important. Should we be tracking it?
I mean, that's why I followed it, and then it took me to the mine, or the mimic. And then it just,
So
I don't really know what that was about, but...
When you said it took you to the mimic, what do you mean by that? Did it take you to the statue?
Yeah, it pulled the nose, and then the door opened to where the chest was.
Huh.
And then it disappeared.
Maybe it has to do with the sword? Question mark?
Maybe. She is gonna like whip out the sword and see if it's gonna do like that, like if you get like a stick that's shaped like a Y and you hold it and you close your eyes, it's like a water stick. She's gonna kind of like do that to the sword and see if it leads her anywhere.
Just so you know, that's called a witching. When anybody does that, and it doesn't give you that sense. It's just when you whip out the sword, there's this unbridled sense of unbridled, but inside, so it's bridled. I hate to go back on what I said there, but it is a bridled sense of energy inside of the sword, right?
Okay. You can go in between the walls.
Get out of there. No.
All right. So she's like, all right, you guys want to continue? Maybe we'll find this fox, the deer fox, along the way.
I'm going to add some other things into that because there is some essence that I really love some side play about the inside of the walls. When you are looking into that spot where the walls would have connected, there is a crevice. You can't fit between it, but you hear this kind of slithering, almost just between the two spaces.
So you purposefully left a gap there?
Maybe.
Oh.
Best kind of DMing. I love it. Okay. Hey guys, I hear slithering in the walls.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's keep moving.
Should we check it out?
Shia has a strong sense that she doesn't want to.
Idril wants to find Jerome.
Trouble.
Jerome.
Yeah, Idril's trying to find Jerome.
Ooh.
He's got
Oh,
questions.
find Jerome. You should be able to see him. I mean,
Yeah, can Idril jump up onto the bridge from like below?
it's like 10 feet above your head, almost like the edge of the railing, right? So you'd want to roll athletics.
I'm gonna pull Thea aside too.
Pull Thea aside, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, last time I tried to do this, everyone heard me, so maybe we should.
Idril,
wait, over here.
Idril, when you up to grab the side, your fingers touched the edge of the railing, but then slid back off.
So Shia sees Idril, and she goes, "Idril, over here! I know I saw stairs. Maybe they lead up to it." And she kind of starts walking over and jumps over. If you need me to roll anything, I will.
Yeah, Idril's just like backtrack the way the deer took him.
In my opinion, you've walked either through the liquid or all the way around the liquid. Whichever you choose. I mean, it is important for Shia at least, only because she hasn't touched the liquid, but
Okay. So she's on the bridge. Is anyone else following?
I'm already in there with Jerome.
Art touched the liquid at all too, Shia? Just want to know.
No, she didn't.
Okay. Just double checking.
I mean, I feel like we touched it before, so.
You haven't, and Thea hasn't, I don't think, and I think Squall hasn't technically, because Squall can fucking fly over everything.
No,
I
thought
jumped
Shia.
as a blink dog.
Oh, yeah, maybe she did jump over. Okay.
You did jump over, I remember, because Idril kind of walked through it, and then Shia jumped over, and then Thea, you weren't a blink dog still, as to what I understood. You hadn't had no, you did have a long rest, but you didn't change into the blink dog at that time, I didn't think, but you still managed to jump over the little strip.
Yeah, I've only been in the water as a blink dog. I don't know if...
Oh, that's right, you were.
Yeah.
And then I'm just keeping track, is all. And then that would have been Squall was the only other one, but you touched the liquid technically when you flew through and grabbed Thea there, Squall, but you weren't in it yet. That's what I understood.
Yeah, like I haven't, like, I've touched it trying to, when I picked up Thea, but I've not, like, I'm not taking a dip in it.
A bird bath.
Yeah. Yeah, no bird bath.
Though I feel like I thought Shia did fill her water with her, water pouch with it.
She did.
Did she touch it?
You didn't submerge yourself, is what I was trying to get at.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
I know me may like cannonball to do it, but I thought me and one other person just like walked through it.
Yes, you and Idril, both like you had to have when you say you walked through it, right? Previously, it was a like 5 foot deep by like 5 foot wide.
Okay, yeah.
Not opening, not really stream, kind of a pool that you walked through to the other side. So you would have submerged yourself in that regard, not like below your head, but at
Not
least
cannonballing in like me, May.
not necessarily cannonball like Mimi, but yeah. So you guys are talking to Jerome right now. What are you saying? Who's saying what to?
I go up to Jerome and I'm like, hey, I heard you follow the father. What do you know about him?
He says, well, I mean, what would you like to know? He is the voice of the goddess. We go to him from mass, and he's our father. We follow him as any sheep would.
Well, that's an insult to yourself.
So,
I'm assuming you're not saying that to him, Shia. There, you're pretty far back from him, but
Okay.
he's the voice of the goddess, and what about that?
he's the voice of the goddess. He tells us what we must do and provides us with the tasks for each day. At this level, you must know we are at the 3rd level. You may have found already, and to reach the divineness that the goddess is, we have to strive very hard.
Where would I find?
If you go steadily north, up the stairs, across the bridge, down the stairs, and then up the stairs again, you shall find the Father. In this veritable direction. And he points kind of straight through the wall that you're standing at in that general direction, if you've seen that last
Yeah.
one.
So I just like thank you for the information, and I leave. I jump down off the bridge.
Oh, roll athletics, please.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics, I meant. Athletics is more of a running.
Sure. Yeah. I still didn't do that great on acrobatics.
So you take the edge of the bridge, you run to the edge of it, and you try to kind of take the edge and what's the descriptor? I'm trying to think of it here. Vault. You vault over the edge of it, and your legs pass through your hands, but as you land on the other side, you kind of stumble and roll. Take 1d6 of damage. 3. So your ankle kind of buckles as you land, and you gain your footing again, but you have a slight pain in your ankle as you land, basically.
Cool. How late do we want to play tonight?
What's that?
I was just saying asking how late everyone wanted to play.
Because we could, yeah, that's a good point, because we could pause here.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm gonna go on this quest to find the father, but I didn't want to keep going.
Yeah.
We're ready to call it quits.
I'm good to kind of put a nice little pause on this.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna pause it because Ike has work in the morning.
Oh yeah, what'd you get there as a job there, Ike?
I think he just went to the bathroom, but he's working with, if you remember Bryce from the wedding,
Oh, of course.
him and Bryce are remodeling a house right now
Okay.
that one of their buddies bought to rent out.
Yeah.
So they're busting down walls and cleaning out garbage.
That sounds like a fun job.
Yeah, he's been having fun because the house was kind of rough. Like the people that lived there before were like hoarders,
Mm-hmm.
and so they just were like cleaning out like just tons of random crap from this house. But now that they've got all the rooms cleared out and stuff, they're like there was like an add-on to the house, but it's not like a legitimate add-on. So they were busting down the walls in the add-on. So I was pretty excited that he got to like Kool-Aid Man it through walls all week.
Yes. That's great.
Oh no. Oh no. Just you wait till my dad gets home.
Yes! He's gonna beat me with a belt. He's not gonna believe that chocolate ball fruit punch getting burst in the roll. Oh yeah? Oh no. Better fix this wall.
No, it's even funnier because the gentleman
sorry.
that you're good. The Gabby was talking about was Bryce, and I've nicknamed him the Kool-Aid Man because he just burst through walls. But
Oh, dude, he does. He really does. Boy. Un día.
yeah, I think that's a pretty collective pause then from everybody for next section, section, whatever.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Just
Alright.
wait till next time. Gonna wow you guys with my squall song.
I'm looking forward to hearing it.
Why does Squall get a song?
Well, just wait.
We all have a song.
Just wait.
How many
Hey.
bird people do you get to see in a lifetime? Right?
Shia, as if I'm talking to Sarah. Anywho, there is this book series that reminds me of the way that you play a bard a little bit that I read forever and a half ago. When I say that, I mean like fifth grade. Is you've probably seen at least the movie of it when you were little. Is at least one of them, anyways. The Black Cauldron.
Oh yeah.
There's actually an entire book series of that, similar to Narnia, that has its own world. And there's this bard in it that just rides along with the main character and just creates these apparently just random songs while they're going about amongst their journey, right? And it tries to see all these other characters to be like, no, we're not trying to kill you, don't worry. Like,
yeah, just like, oh, it's cool here, it's all fine.
yeah. But the funny thing is that happens to him anyways. This isn't as applicable to yours character necessarily, but he keeps playing this lute throughout the series, and every time he plays it, he's telling a lie normally to try and convince or like deceive somebody to like calm them down, right? And every time he tells a lie, though, his lute is magical, and it bursts a string every time he tells a lie.